Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue, and I am back for another Love After Lockup review, y'all. All right, let's get into it, and let's start off with Lacey, John, and Shane, okay? So Lacey says, when I found out that Shane cheated on me, I was shocked, okay? Like, after everything that I've done for him, like, I got the house, I paid all the bills, and I'm just really hurt, and I feel so betrayed. And then she gets on video time and shows her tits to John while he's at work, and he gets in his car, so I'm guessing he can do whatever he was about to do with her, while Shane and her dad are outside putting a trampoline together for her children. Let's break this down right quick. Lacey, let's be very clear. You sought out a 21-year-old boy who has spent most of his adult life, no, not most, all of his adult life in prison. So I don't know what type of provider you thought you were going to get out of that situation, but you constantly using what you've had to do financially for y'all's family as a way to seem like, you've done so much for him. That's bullshit, because you put yourself in that situation by seeking out somebody that had nothing to offer you from the very beginning. So let's start there, okay? John, on the other hand, even if he has kept a job, has only kept a job because of his family. He's also a dope addict. So at some point or another, you were gonna have to spend your money on a place to stay and bond money and anything else that you needed. So stop trying to act like John is so much better than Shane, because Shane had to get on his feet first. Shane has a job. Shane is working, okay? And Shane is contributing to your household. So for you to keep doing that, I think that's trash. He did what he did with whatever girl he did it with because you made him fight up against John. He had no idea about John. You were talking to both of these men at the same time. You brought Shane home, and then you had to tell him about John because John was coming home. Because if not, you would have kept lying to him about John, okay? And then you got them fighting over you. You marry Shane. Meanwhile, you're still calling John and worrying about John. And now you're sitting up there having sex FaceTime with John now that y'all are married. Whatever Shane did, you should have let it go, because at the end of the day, he married you. And that was a one-time thing. And you had been lying and basically cheating with John this entire time. Like, even though we don't know if you've slept with him, your relationship with him has been ongoing. So, at the end of the day, you are much worse in this situation than Shane could ever be, because you continue to do him wrong now that y'all are married, okay? And you started off the situation in a lie. So, the fact that she sits up here and tries to act like she's so hurt and betrayed, no, you were just looking for a reason to play tit for tat so that you can go back and forth between these two men because you love the toxicity and the attention. It's not right. I don't like it. Shane, please wisen up. I can't wait for him to wisen up. She's trash. She's trash. I said it. Clint and Tracy. Clint talks to his mom about Tracy loving that drug more than him. Okay? She's not gonna change. She's not even ashamed of what she's done. Clint, his mom is trying to talk to him and make him realize he needs to just let it go. Because y'all know Clint will forever be trying to convince Tracy to go into rehab, and she doesn't want to do it. And he wants to stay and hide out at his parents' house, but really, you need to just kick Tracy out your situation and move on. That's what his mother wants for him. She says if he doesn't let Tracy go, that they're going to have to cut him off, because they don't have time for him to start getting into what she's into, because the mom feels like she's already there for him. She's already there for Tracy, and it's just a constant soul suck. She doesn't want to deal with it if he's going to continue to be in a relationship with Tracy. Oh, and then he asked his mom to drop him off back to his house because Tracy had texted him. But she was like, no, I know you're trying to go back to that house to see about Tracy. He said he wanted to go and check on his dog, but really he was trying to go and see Tracy because she must have told him she was back at their house. And the mom is like, no, I am not enabling you, Clint. Okay, no, I'm not bringing you over there. Somehow he got over there. I was looking down, but he knocking on the door outside the house. He can hear the dryer on, and Tracy must have been inside with the door locked. So I don't know what's going on, but that's where it stopped. Now, Clint was online. He posted this long paragraph on Facebook. One of my followers sent it to me. I think they sent it to me and Ashley because she talked about it in her review too. And I read it. And he went in on Tracy. And from what I understand, there are people out there that want Clint and Tracy to be together, even though she's a meth head. And y'all are mad at his mom because his mom doesn't want him with a meth head. Are y'all serious? Who the hell what's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Like, I don't understand. I feel like he shouldn't have even had to go off like that. But he definitely talked about how trash Tracy is and how she's constantly choosing that drug over him, over her kids. But that's the way it is when you on crack and meth. Like, those drugs take over. You don't really have room to be a good girlfriend, wife, parent, friend, anything to anybody, because all that matters is you getting that drug. That's what it is. But the world, okay, y'all watching, us watching, we don't get to get mad at Clinton and his mom because they don't want him to be with Tracy. Like, are y'all insane? Nobody should want their kid to be with Tracy or any of the Tracys of the world. All right, I'm sorry. Y'all need to get y'all shit together, but nobody should want to be with somebody that's on drugs like that. Are you kidding me? No, she ain't gonna do nothing but steal from you constantly. She already took 2 calls, a dog. He finally got the dog back, Jesus. Okay, like, was she bringing the dog back? Is that why he wanted to go to the house? Because Tracy was supposed to have brought the dog back to the house. He wanted to make sure the dog, had all of its parts, because God knows you probably didn't sold the dog paw for crack. Like, yeah, no. Clint does not need to be with Tracy because Clint is on the verge of being a drug addict his damn self, I'm sure. So I just kind of feel like, I don't know, what sparked Clint's, response to be that strong. He went in on Tracy because it's like, at the end of the day, you still chose to be with her. So you can talk about her all you want to, but she was your goddess at one point, okay? Just saying. Andrea and Lamar. Y'all, Andrea is crazy as hell. And I think the fact that everybody knows that Andrea is crazy, including Andrea, is hilarious to me. She's like, I know that I'm difficult to deal with. I know I'm a hard person to be with. I'm like, well, hey, acceptance is the first step. Okay, so I'm glad that you know how crazy your ass look and sound 99% of the time on this show. So Michelle, Andrea's black friend, it seems like she's the only one, comes over to the house to talk to Andrea. Andrea's in the bed eating Ferrero Rocher, feeling sorry for herself, tripping out, just letting her thoughts go wild. She tells Michelle about finding the condoms in Lamar's jacket and how at first she believed him because his brother does wear the jacket all the time. She has seen the brother wear the jacket all the time. But the more she thought about it, the more she realized that when she calls him when he's in California, there are women in the background. Oh my God, he's paying prostitutes. I said, girl, this is not Angela and Tony. This is Andrea and Lamar. Stop jumping off the deep end with your crazy ass mind. Stop it, Andrea, okay? I'm so glad Michelle told her, girl, calm down, okay? This man has not ever cheated on you, has he? No, okay, so stop tripping. You tripping. Bring it down like 10,000 notches. You doing a lot right now. Okay, you went from he's cheating to he's paying prostitutes. That's a huge jump. Just saying. Michelle goes downstairs to talk to Lamar and get his perspective. And he says that he has never cheated on Andrea. He loves Andrea with all his heart. And that he really wants to be with her. But he just doesn't know what it's going to take at this point. And Michelle says that Andrea is insecure. And maybe, just maybe, if they were living in the same household, child, maybe even the same state, Andrea wouldn't be so insecure about their situation. And I just kind of feel like they really need to decide where they're going to live. And I feel Lamar so much. I would not want to move from LA to Utah. I wouldn't. Even though I love Salt Lake City. I love the mountains. I'm here for all of that. I get it, Andrea. But at the same time, I would not want to move there. Like, if I was Lamar, I would want to be around my family, around my people, around people that look like me. Like, I would want to be in LA. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Especially if that's where I was from. Maybe I would move into the outskirts in LA, in the area of California that was closer to Utah. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? But moving to Utah, I don't know if I would really want to do that. And Lamar has a lot going on. He's doing his music. He has his other children. He has things going on in LA. And he's having his life now. And Andrea is just not okay with that life. She misses the way he was when he was in prison. And he didn't have anything to do but to talk to her. Okay? So they go to her favorite spot in the mountains. It's really cold, but it's beautiful, and they have this conversation. And basically they decide that they're going to bring it to a vote. They're going to ask the kids to vote, and they'll decide whether Utah or LA. And I'm like, Lamar, you know you're going to lose, right? Because those kids want to live in Utah. They've said that before, that they like Utah better. So I don't know why, we think a vote going to work. Okay, Lamar, you're going to end up living in Utah. But I guess he loves Andrea enough to make that sacrifice. And I really think he does love her. I think he does. But it is difficult to be with somebody who obviously has some issues that they need to go to therapy about. Marcelino and Brittany. Okay, so y'all know. Brittany thinks Marcelino is cheating on her right now. But really, he's just lying to her about the finances. So he got home that night, all right? He went in the bedroom and she was in the bed asleep, but she saw what time it was when he came inside. Then he goes back into the kitchen with the dog and drinks 4 beers and leaves them on the table for her to clean up in the morning. So when she gets up and sees it, she comes back into the bedroom with the bottles and pours it all over him while he's sleeping in the bed, all right? He all messed up and hung over, and he getting up, he all disoriented, he not even talking, he don't know what to say. But she wants to know where the hell he was, because she knows he wasn't with cousin James. He had lied and said he was with his cousin. His cousin called him. I'm like, Marcelino, if you gonna lie and put your cousin in your lie, you gotta let your cousin know that he's in your lie. Like, hello. But cousin, what you was calling for? You know what I'm saying? Child, that's a conversation you need to have with that cousin. So Brittany wants to know where he was. She done threw a bottle at him and everything, okay? Finally, he got his mind together and he's trying to talk to her, and she's trying to leave. I forgot to mention that she went and dropped her kids off at her friend's house, and then she came back to pour the beers on him, because that's how serious she was about how she about to beat his ass, okay? She said if they was in prison, she'd have walked up to Marcelino and punched him dead in his mouth for the way he was talking to her, because he doesn't think it's a big deal once he admits to her that he was actually at a poker coach's house. He wasn't cheating on her, but he was trying to get some help with the poker, and he had been lying to her about how many, losses he'd really had. He'd been losing money, and he didn't want to tell her about it. And she's upset because she feel like whether you were cheating or not, we are not in a type of relationship where you should be lying to me about stuff like that. That's the problem, that you were even lying in the first damn place. So she's still upset. She's still mad, and she needs to go take a ride. And he like, are you serious? Like, he can't believe she's upset now that she's found out he's not cheating. It's like, but you still lied. Like, you don't understand how if you'll lie about something like that, you'll lie about other things. Like, lying about money is a big damn deal. Okay, so yeah, for her to feel like she can't trust you, and also to feel disrespected after Brittany has been through all of the things she's been through in her life. She's been used and, abused and disrespected by men her entire life. And I think at this point, she's an adult and she is not playing with you. Okay? You need to be lucky she ain't punch you in your shit. She slapped him though. She slapped him, but she ain't punching. Y'all, and then Angela and Tony. So she drops him off to go tuxedo shopping with Tommy, y'all. They getting ready for the nuptial. Y'all, why were they buying this tuxedo at a thrift store? Never mind. Don't worry about it. So Tony, y'all know Tony doesn't like Tommy and Tommy doesn't like Tony. So I don't know why the hell Angela thought it was a good idea for them to go tuxedo shopping together. That seemed unnecessary. Tommy says that he knows that Tony will cheat on Angela again, and he knows self-defense, so there's no doubt that he can, do some damage to Tony. I said, boy, if you don't stop playing with yourself. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Tony look like you don't want to go there with him. Like, you just look like you don't want to go there with him. If he's not high off dope, you do not want to go there with Tony. Something tells me. Okay, he's been through too much in his life, Tommy. You haven't been through enough self-defense classes to defend you against somebody that's had to protect his booty in prison. Okay? But Tommy is pressed. Super duper pressed. So he decides to tell Tony that he proposed to Angela. I was like, why would you do that? What was the point of that? Angela does not want you. And all that did was cause upset in their relationship that is going to bubble up and then simmer down. Because they still gonna be together, Tommy. What was the point of that? And now you done made your friend mad at you. Tony says, well, we've been engaged for 2 years, so obviously you're in love with Angela. Tommy tells Tony that he does not want Tony hurting Angela again. And he says he'll make sure that he doesn't hurt her again. And Tony asked him, have you killed anybody? He's like, no, I haven't killed anybody. He was like, okay, well, don't play like that, okay? Don't play like that if you're not about that life. That's what basically Tony told him, which makes me think that Tony's killed somebody before. I just want to say, Tony, accidental ODs don't count. Because that happens a lot with dope addicts. Everybody's doing dope together. Somebody accidentally ODs. You feel responsible because you didn't call an ambulance because you was doped out. That does not count. Just letting you know. When Angela gets home, Tony is waiting for her. Why didn't you tell me that Tommy proposed to you? Oh, Tony, I just didn't see the need to tell you. I can't help that Tommy proposed to me. I have no interest in Tommy. It's kind of like no big deal. Okay, that's how Angela feels about it, all right? Angela says that at the end of the day, Tony has no self-control. So now I'm worried. I really want to hurt Tommy right now. Tony says that she making all these rules for him, so now he's making a rule for her. She can't talk to Tommy. Tommy can't come to their wedding, and that's it. Angela says, you're not making any rules for me, Tony. It's not gonna happen, okay? So you need to just get off of this rule shit. He says that it's a double standard. She says, you slept with 2 prostitutes, Tony, and then you lied to me about it. That's not the same thing. There's no comparison, Tony. Tony says he's not comparing it, but he doesn't talk to those prostitutes anymore, does he? I'm like, well, that's a comparison, Tony. That's exactly what you just did. You just compared the two. Like, it's stupid. She says, only because you got busted. Tony then goes to, oh, well, Tommy threatened me. Angela says, calm down, Tony. Just calm down. It's no big deal. Tony says, well, look, we just cannot be in the same room together. That's just not going to happen. I said, child, I bet you y'all going to be in the same room together. I bet you y'all will. And y'all, lastly, Megan, Michael, Sarah, and Maria. All right, so Maria is back at the hotel waiting for Michael. She thought he was going to come home that night. He called her and said that he was going to spend the night with the kids while Sarah went out and that he was going to come home or come to the hotel in a few hours. Well, it's noon the next day and he still hadn't rolled in just yet, okay? He came in a little bit after noon. So yeah, he lied. Now, she was worried, but she also didn't think that he was actually doing anything with Sarah because, you know, he's over Sarah. Why would he ruin their situation for something he's already had? I said, girl, you sound dumb as hell. That's what he does. What are you talking about? Michael insists on lying to us, okay? He says that he did not sleep with Sarah, that he slept with Aviana, and she went out, and then when she came home, he left and went back to the hotel or something along those lines. But just basically saying that they didn't sleep in the same room. And then Sarah tries to lie to the producers and to us about it. But then just admits that, you know what, that's a lie. Yeah, we slept together. I told y'all last week in my review when he walked out his daughter's bedroom and he turned that corner and she was sitting on that sofa, he was walking like he was coming to destroy the puss. Like, no, okay? They definitely had sex. Boy, bye. When Michael gets back to the hotel, Maria is upset that he wasn't answering any of her text messages. He said he didn't see the text messages. She says that it was inconsiderate. I mean, the girl could have called the police on him. Anything could have happened. I'm like, child, you worrying about everything but what actually happened. You some stupid. Then Megan keeps calling his phone and he's not answering and she wants to know why Megan keeps calling and she was like, cut that Megan bullshit out. She getting all upset. And he said he gonna smoke a cigarette. He go outside and call Megan back. And Megan is like, why you ain't been answering the phone? I've been calling you for 3 weeks. He doesn't answer the question, but he says he's going to come out there to see her. And she was like, why? What you going to come out here for? He was like, to kick it, you know, to chill with you and see how you doing and all of that. Just talking all of that sweet shit, totally ignoring that she's so-called upset. If he ignores that she's upset for long enough, she'll forget she's upset. And she tells him she's about to go to the studio and he says he's going to make sure that he comes out there to see her. Now, he tells us that he doesn't want to ruin his situation with Maria by messing back with Megan, but he still has feelings for her, and he always likes to keep a girl in his back pocket just in case his current situation doesn't work out. He works on my nerves. I can't stand him with your old young looking ass. Now Maria know he was out there talking to Megan. Okay, talking about what you was smoking a whole pack of cigarettes out there. Yeah, bitch, and having a whole conversation with another girl. So then we see Sarah. Sarah says that Michael was supposed to take their oldest daughter for ice cream or whatever she wanted to do, and he never came back to the house. So she decided to drive down to the hotel that him and Maria was staying at. Really, she wanted to go there so she can start some drama between him and Maria, and also to let Maria know that that's my husband. And I fucked him last night. Like, girl, you know you wanted to let her know that, okay? So she gets to the hotel. Just so happened, Michael and Maria are walking outside just as she pulls up. And Sarah got this smug look on her face. Michael, we need to talk about Aviana. Come on, we need to talk. Maria instantly gets big in the chest. Bitch, because you need to text him like you been doing. You need to call him on the phone like you been doing. Sarah is like, girl, look, I ain't come here for all of that. At the end of the day, that is my man. That is my husband. Okay, Maria like, I don't care. He my man. Because she got Michael tattooed on her ring finger. I said, girl, you so stupid. You too old to be this damn dumb. I cannot. Then the hotel said they about to call the police on them because you got these two seemingly white women fighting with a black boy next time with a wayward ponytail. It's just too much going on in the lobby, okay? Too much going on in the entryway. But Maria wants all of the smoke. She getting all in Sarah's face, and Sarah turned around like, bitch, I'm right here. What's up? I said, oh, is it going to be a rumble in the parking lot? I can't wait until next week. It's going to be good, y'all. Anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share the video with your people. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.